What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and joining me for this review of Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 2, Winter Storms. So we are still at Jason's going away party. We are not at the party enjoying ourselves, having a good time, mingling with everybody. No, we're in the hallway watching a full-on UFC fight about to break out between Big Jamie and his son, Little Jamie. So they started off on the balcony where I guess Big Jamie, I kind of forgot what the hell happened last week, but I think Big Jamie was trying to tell his son, hey, you wanted help with this traffic ticket. When we didn't give you the money to pay it off, you felt some kind of way, you shut us out, and you need to start doing things a little bit more differently. You need to be a little bit more mature, because it really pissed off Jamie that his son told him and Irina that he didn't need them, and that's why he has his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is doing everything for him, and all he really needs is his girlfriend. And so the parents were like, after all that we've done for you, you're really going to tell us that because you don't have the money to pay for your own little $120 traffic ticket, and we won't give you the money. You completely forgot all the other things that we've done for you, and you're going to get all up in a hissy fit because of a $120 traffic ticket that you yourself got, that you were stupid enough to get. So I think that's how it all got started. So then little Jamie left. He walked away. He goes outside, but he didn't leave. He was in the hallway. So he's in the hallway venting with someone out there, or with the producer. He's in the hallway venting, and someone tells Big Jamie to come outside or come into the hallway. So he came into the hallway, but it wasn't for peace. It wasn't for peace. So the fight continues in the hallway between the father and the son. So they're all up in each other's faces. The producers have to hold them apart. Irina is there. She's in the middle of it, trying to keep these two men from going to blows. And Jamie is extremely emotional. He's crying because he's reached that point of anger where you're crying now, right? And so he's telling his mother that he did not get the job because of a background issue, not because of a blood test. A blood test. He says he passed, not a blood test, drug test. He passed the drug test. And he's saying, I passed the drug test. So in my eyes, it was like he was trying to let his mother know, y'all are always harping on the things that I don't do right, but y'all never acknowledge the things that I do right. For example, I was clean enough to pass a drug test for a job, and the only reason why I didn't get it was because of my background. So Irina tries to tell her son, I understand, I know where you're coming from, I get it. Jamie is like on 10. No, he's on 15 or 20. If it wasn't for the producers holding them apart, Jamie definitely, I felt like, would have physically gone after his son and effed him up royally in that hallway. Now, I don't have sons and I didn't have brothers. So this dynamic between father and son, it's a little bit shocking to me, to see how angry Jamie was. And little Jamie is a lot like his father because, he learned from his father's actions, because little Jamie, he wanted to go to blows too. He was just as angry, or he was willing to fight his father. So this whole thing where a father and son are willing to come to blows, that to me was a lot. Okay. It was a whole lot. Now, some people might think, well, this is just how it is, and this is what you got to do to discipline your kids, especially when they're grown and spoiled and entitled. I don't know about none of that. To me, I was like, if it wasn't for those producers, they would have fought. And I don't think that's okay for a father and son to come to blows, but I don't know. So Quick comes out, DJ Quick, and he tells little Jamie how he has to be more of a man. He has to be more responsible. He can't always run to his mommy and daddy for stuff. He has to take care of stuff on his own. And in his confessional, little Jamie was like, I didn't need all that from Quick. I just wanted Quick to leave me the hell alone and let me be in my feelings. Moving on from that, Winter. Winter is back. Winter is not in love. She's not married. And does she even live in DC? Why is Winter back on a show called Love and Marriage DC? Why? Why is she back? What is she doing here? She's not married. She doesn't have potential of being married. No boyfriend. What is she doing here? Anyway, so she's back. Her damn divorce from that weird old guy is finalized. And in addition to everything else that she's got going on, Winter is now a singer. And I knew this was coming because last season, when she was singing that song, Sign My Papers or Sign These Papers, at the Samuel's dinner party, I think it was a Samuel's dinner party, and she was singing that song over and over again to her soon to be ex husband. It was almost like she was like, I hope I'm going to be discovered. I hope, I'm singing this song. I'm going to get a record deal out of this. I'm going to be discovered. She discovered herself. Okay. Somewhere, somehow she found herself a producer. She got herself a producer, she got herself some studio time, and she did this song called Sign My Papers. Now, Alfred, who is her music producer, is also married to Sherelle. Now, Sherelle is also a new member to the cast. Sherelle is Winter's friend, but she's more so Ashley's friend. She's known Ashley and Quicksilver, Ashley and DJ Quick. She's known them longer, but she's also friends with Winter. So Winter is in the studio because she's about to release another song called Gutter Barbies. Now, that is a name that she had created for Ashley and Irina last season. She called them Gutter Barbies because, they're pretty girls who like to go low. So Winter is trying to capitalize on this whole Gutter Barbies thing. And, Winter's trying to capitalize on everything, on every little saying, every little quote, every little ditty that she's saying from last season. She's trying to capitalize on all of that. Now, Sherelle tells her, because Winter is telling Sherelle that she's going to do this song and it's called Gutter Barbies. And Sherelle says, well, I'm going to be seeing Ashley and Irina pretty soon, and you better believe it, I'm going to tell them about this song that you're doing. And then there was a scene where Sherelle literally took a gulp from a bottle. I mean, what? So that's what we're doing. We're just, drinking liquor straight from the bottle in the studio. That's what it looked like. I think that was a bottle of liquor. It didn't look like a bottle of water. So Sherelle says that she's trying to build a relationship with Winter, but she still has her loyalty to Ashley. And then Winter starts talking about how somebody has sent her information about Irina's kids. So here we go again with Winter, because last season she kept on talking about how somebody was sending her information about Irina's husband and about Ashley's husband. And that almost got her ass beat. Okay. She almost had a beat down from these two women on that reunion stage. So here we go again. Winter's back to her old tricks, hasn't learned a damn thing. And now she's saying that someone has sent her information on Irina's kids. And I think Sherelle was telling her, you see, this is what gets you in trouble. You keep on talking about someone. You need to give names. You need to give proof to back up what you're saying, instead of this elusive, oh, somebody did this and somebody sent me that and somebody told me that. Girl, we're past that. You need to start giving names. If you're going to bring it up on the show, start giving names. And if you don't want to give names, then shut the hell up. Moving on, Ashley. She's on television on some morning show promoting her book, which is called Do That Shit. After talking about so she's she's looking great. She looked fantastic. What is it about the women this season? Because Ashley and Irina look super, super tanned. I don't remember them being this dark last season, but they're looking very, very tanned. So she's on this morning show promoting her book. And after she's done talking about her book, and the book is about herself. It's like her own autobiography or memoir, where she's talking about her life, growing up, all the challenges that she overcame. The big thing I think about her book is depression. She said on her little morning show that you would think that someone who was upbeat and cheerful and very active in their life, they have a lot of things going on, you would think that they were doing fine, but those types of people can be suffering from depression. And she says that she herself was one of those types of people where, she was involved in a lot of stuff, a lot of businesses, whatever she was doing, being a mom, being a wife, businesses all over the place, very, very active in her life, but she was still struggling with depression. It's not just someone who shuts out the world and stays in a dark room for days and days on end. So I'm glad that she is bringing awareness to that. So as she's talking about her book, the host of the show asks her to drop some tea on Monique and Chris Samuel, because this was around the time that the word came out that the Samuels were about to divorce, that they were separated, and, whatever. So Ashley's like, I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry, I have no information to give, because she's there to promote her damn book. She's not there to gossip about Monique and Chris. Moving on from there, Irina and Jamie. So Irina and Jamie, they're having a conversation at their house, and they're talking about their son, little Jamie, and they're talking about what happened at Jason's going away party, how big Jamie and little Jamie almost came to blows. So they're like, what are we going to do about this? Now Jamie blames Irina, and he says, you coddle him too much, you spoil him too much, and I'm trying to teach him how to be a man. And Irina says, well, I don't want to go too hard on him, because nowadays these young kids are unaliving themselves. They're self-harming. So we need to be very careful in how we approach him, because these kids are very emotional. They're not like the way things were for us older people, where you just had to kind of like suck it up. These kids nowadays, a lot of them don't know how to deal with the pressures of society, the pressures of family. So whatever. So she's like, we got to be careful with how we approach him, because we don't want him to self-harm. And the fact that he, at one point in his life, was abusing drugs, he's evidently looking for some type of an escape from something. So Jamie's like, so what do you want us to do? What should we do? I'm too hard, you're too soft, so what are we going to do about him? So Irina suggests that they all go to counseling, and thank God Big Jamie is down for that. So moving on to Ashley, she's getting ready for her book release party. So she's talking to one of her friends who's also a co-host on her podcast, and they're talking about what happened. She's talking about her book and the stuff that she went through in her life. And Ashley says that when she was 16 years old, her mom abandoned them. She said her mom was going to go live with her boyfriend or something, or I don't know, her mom left. And so from then on, from the age of 16, Ashley was basically on her own, taking care of her siblings, and the mom wasn't around. So that is something that she talks about in her book. And I think her friend asked her, what is your mom going to think when she, reads about that or hears about that? And Ashley says, well, everybody's recollection about what happened when I was 16 is practically the same, except for her. Her recollection is completely different. So I guess later on in the season, we're going to see what Ashley's mother has to say about that. Moving on to Joy and Irina. Joy comes over to Irina's house. They talk about Ashley's behavior at Jason's going away party, because this was when your girl Joy had told the group that Steve and Margie Harvey invited her to give a speech about being ready to love to single women. And Ashley was like, no, not to single mothers. And Ashley was like, well, you're not single and you're not a mom, so why would they choose you? And Joy was like, girl, I don't know. They offered me a check and I'm going to take it. Basically. I mean, who's going to turn down money from Steve Harvey? So, and also to be a part of any kind of Steve Harvey platform, who's going to turn that down? I'd give a damn speech in front of a whole bunch of, I don't know, brain surgeons, and I'm definitely not that. But if Steve Harvey's writing the check, yeah, I'll show up and give a speech. So they talk about, so Joy says that Clifton, which is her fiance that she met on the show Ready to Love, Clifton saw how Ashley kept rolling her eyes when Joy was talking, and she said that Clifton didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. He thought that by Ashley rolling her eyes was very dismissive and immature. So Joy says, I'm gonna let her live this one time. Okay, I'm gonna give her a pass this one time. Because if she does it again, that shows that she has a pattern and that I'm going to have to stop it. Irina suggests that Joy should talk to Ashley. And I'm like, no, Irina, Joy should not be talking to Ashley about that, because Ashley wants you to have credentials. If you're going to be presenting yourself as an expert in a certain area, like the way Winter said that she was a relationship coach, but she's got 2 failed marriages, or if you're going to give advice to single mothers and you're not a single mother, yeah, that's not going to sit very well with Ashley because Ashley wants you to have credentials with the things that you're doing and how you're presenting yourself. And I don't see how a conversation between Joy and Ashley can go well because I don't think Ashley's going to budge. She believes what she believes. And so, yeah, I don't, and Joy is a little bit rough around the edges. Ashley is very stubborn. So I don't see how a conversation between these two women can go well at all, period. Moving on to Ashley's Think Pink event. So she has this event called Think Pink where it's a derivative of her little podcast, and it's where single women can come and have fun and party and whatever, commiserate and network and I don't know what else. So it's a big old party that she likes to throw for single mothers to kind of give them a break and have a good time. So Irina shows up and she has on a Gutter Barbie jacket. And I was thinking to myself, wow, so Winter, you claim to be this businesswoman and you think that you're really, really smart, but girl, you did not trademark Gutter Barbies. Because these people here, Irina and Ashley, I think, are making money from your little saying, from your little quote. Because Irina said, I think this is what Irina said, I could be wrong, but I think Irina said that her and Ashley made money from Gutter Barbie t-shirts. Come on, Winter. You're slipping. You should have trademarked Gutter Barbies. So Joy is there at the Pink Think event, and then Miss Sherelle arrives at the Think Pink event, and Ashley introduces Sherelle to Joy, and Joy nodded her head and said hello, but Sherelle didn't really respond, and so already we could tell that there was some type of tension between Joy and Sherelle. Well, Joy says to us that at one point in the past, she was in a band called Mambo Sauce with Sherelle's husband, because Sherelle's husband is a music producer, he's in the music industry, so they're all in a band together. Well, the band fell apart because according to Joy, the husband of Sherelle, I think they call him Black, he was making decisions that were only, he was making decisions for the group that were very selfish decisions, decisions that would only benefit him. And so the group fell apart over that. And this was messing with Joy's money. And music, she's all about music. Music is her life. So when Black started doing things to benefit him and nobody else, and the group fell apart, it pissed the hell out of Joy. And Joy says that it was messing with her money and that she still has a lot of hate in her heart for him. And so she removes herself from any extension of Black, i.e. Sherelle. So because she don't see it for Black, she ain't going to see it for anything else that Black is associated with, including his wife. Irina shows Sherelle her gutter Barbie jacket. And when she sees that, Sherelle then pulls Ashley to the side and says to Ashley that she had just seen Winter, and Winter told her that she was going to write a song and it was going to be about gutter Barbies. And she says her husband, Black, is producing the song and he wrote the song, but it's not a diss track because her husband doesn't do diss tracks. I cannot wait to hear this song for us to be the judge of that. So Sherelle says that even though it's not, she's telling her that it's not going to be a diss track, there's no way for Ashley to see this as a positive thing. And I agree with Joy, because Joy was like, how does the song called Gutter Barbies, how is it not negative? How do you turn that into being something positive? Like how? I don't see it. So what the hell is Winter talking about? And what is Sherelle talking about? I mean, Gutter Barbie seems like it is going to be a diss track directed specifically towards Ashley and Irina. So Sherelle tells Ashley that Winter wants to make amends with both her and Irina. And Ashley's like, no, I'm good on that. I'll pass. And Irina thinks that Sherelle is playing both sides, that she's, trying to be good with her and Ashley, and she's also still trying to be good with Winter, and that she's playing both sides. Sherelle tells Irina that Winter wants to meet with her specifically and only with her to tell her about information that Winter has about Irina's children. And I was like, that takes a lot of guts to tell a woman, hey, so-and-so wants to meet with you because she got information about your kids. That would aggravate the hell out of me. So Ashley thinks that Sherelle is acting as Winter's representative, and she thinks that Sherelle just needs to stay in her lane and let these two women do whatever they need to do. Sherelle should not be acting on behalf of Winter to do anything, and Sherelle should not be getting information from Winter and relaying it to the other women. Whatever's going on between Winter and Irina needs to stay between Winter and Irina. But Irina agrees to meet with Winter, and so here we are. So they meet, and when they meet, Irena tells Winter off the top exactly what is her issue with Irena. What is her issue with Winter? Because Winter was telling Irena, I've been reaching out to you, girl, and you're just not responding. And I just don't understand because, I want this to be positive and, I want us just to put the past behind us and move forward. And so I've been reaching out to you, but you're not responding to any of my messages. And Irena was like, look, let me tell you what my issue with you is and the reason why I'm not responding to you. Number one, the nicknames. And she's referring to last season when Winter gave all the husbands nicknames, and the nickname that she gave to Irena's husband Jamie was Red Light, because she's referring to a time when Irena had told the story that Jamie was out and about one night and she kept on calling him, and he didn't answer at all. And so when he came home, she asked him, why weren't you answering the phone? And he said that he fell asleep at a red light. So that sounds bogus as hell. So that's why she called Jamie Red Light. And obviously, Irina didn't like it because it was insinuating that Jamie lied to his wife and he really wasn't at a damn red light. Who knows what the hell he was doing or who he was doing it with. But that's why she calls him Red Light. So then Irena says, okay, you gave my husband a nickname, but I got over that. Then I see you on the Carlos King show and you insinuated that me and my husband cheat on each other. And what's up with that? Like, why would you say that? And it's not true. And Winter says that it was in poor taste that she would say that on the Carlos King show. And then she apologized to Irena. But my question to you, Winter, is, so you're on TV on a national show just spewing lies about people? You're just making up stuff? Like, what are you doing, Winter? Are you trying to be liked? Are you trying to be interesting? So you have nothing going. Let's talk about you and your husbands and what's been going on, the personal things, the private things going on between you and your ex-husbands and what went down over there. Like, why are you talking about other people's marriages as if you know anything about their marriages as factual? How can you get on a television show and just say lies and just say whatever lie pops up off the top of your head? Yeah, Irena and her husband are cheating. Like, what are you talking about, Winter? Anyways, I was shocked because she said that it was in poor taste. She didn't stand by it. She wasn't like, what lie did I tell? Y'all do cheat on each other. She was like, it was in poor taste. And girl, Winter, you're asking for a beat down by these women. And Irena and Ashley, especially Ashley, they can throw those hands. So finally, they get to the topic at hand, which is this information that Winter received from some mysterious person about Irena's children. So she says that, so she takes out her phone and she reads this message or text that someone had sent to her. And basically it said that Irina and Jamie now, first of all, before we get into that, when Winter said that she had information about Irena's children, I automatically assumed that it was about the son, for sure. The little Jamie. I was like, for sure it has to be about little Jamie, because little Jamie, for a while, he was out there, he was for the streets for a while. So I thought it had something to do with him. If not him, I thought it had something to do with their daughter. Never in a million years would I think that had anything to do with Jason. So Winter says that this person told her that Irena and Jamie only half raised Jason. They shipped him off to a home. And the only reason why he's back with them is because he aged out of that home. Then they moved Irena's mom into their home so that they can run the streets. So she doesn't say who sent it. That's how Winter does. And Irena was like, because Winter told Irina, this is coming from someone in your inner circle. So you need to check your inner circle and see who is, giving all this information about you and your family. And Irina says, first of all, it's not coming from anyone in my inner circle. First, she said, I don't even have an inner circle. I have very close friends. And I can tell you that it's not coming from any one of my friends. This is coming from someone who doesn't even know me and who's just lying on me. That's why, Winter, you need to come with names, because you're in a situation where nobody ever believes you. You come across as a liar. So if you're going to come to this show and start accusing people or start spreading rumors about people, forget the receipts. Come with names. Come with specific government names. And if you don't want to do that because you don't want to reveal your sources, then don't bring this information to these people. Don't bring this information on the damn show, Winter. You are looking for both a beat down and a lawsuit if you keep this up. That is my review. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.